All right, so we're diving into acupressure for heartburn relief today. And get this, we're looking at it through the lens of traditional Chinese medicine.
Yeah, TCM. It's a fascinating approach to heartburn, that's for sure.
So from a TCM perspective, heartburn, it's not just a physical thing, right?
Not at all. TCM sees it as like this sign of disharmony. Disharmony in the body's energy systems, to be precise.
Disharmony, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so how does that differ from how, say, Western medicine views heartburn? Because I'm thinking antacid, stomach acid, that kind of thing.
You've got it. Western medicine is often about like targeting those symptoms head on.
Right. Put out the fire.
Exactly. But TCM, it digs deeper. It's looking for the root cause of why things are out of whack.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So what might TCM pinpoint as those root causes, especially when it comes to something like heartburn?
Well, a big one is stress.
Stress eating definitely leads to heartburn.
It really does.
Mm.
But even stress in general. And then there's diet, that extra spicy food we all love. Yeah, TCM sees that playing a role. Basically, anything that disrupts this flow of qi and creates excess heat, which ultimately leads to that burning sensation.
Hold on, qi and heat. Okay, for those of us who might not be familiar with these TCM terms, break those down for us.
Sure thing. So qi, you often hear it translated as vital energy, right? But it's kind of more than that. It's like this animating force behind everything our bodies do. Think digestion, even our emotions, everything.
Wow, okay. So it's like our internal engine keeping everything running.
Exactly. And in TCM, each organ has its own qi. Then there's heat. Don't think of it as temperature, but more like this metaphorical excess energy that messes with the smooth flow of qi. Like, picture a traffic jam, but for your energy, everything gets backed up.
Okay, a qi traffic jam. Now that's an image.
Yeah.
So if heartburn is like a qi traffic jam,
Right.
where does acupressure come in? Is it like hitting the reset button on our energy highways?
It's more like gentle guidance than a hard reset. Acupressure is all about stimulating these specific points along these energy pathways called meridians.
Meridians, right, those are key in TCM.
Yeah.
So by applying pressure to these points, we can kind of clear up those energy traffic jams.
Exactly. It helps regulate the flow of qi, clear out that excess heat, and bring everything back into balance.
So it's about restoring that natural flow, removing those blockages on the energy superhighway.
That's a great way to put it.
So let's talk about actually finding these acupressure points on the body, because I know from our research there are specific points for heartburn relief. And there's one that really jumped out at me, ST45. It's on the second toe, right?
That's the one. ST45, also known as Ledui in TCM. It's right on the side of your second toe, kind of just a bit back from the edge of your toenail. You can find the exact location in the source material. It's really specific.
On the toe, huh? Wild. What's really interesting is it's not just for heartburn, right? I mean, you were telling me earlier about how it helps with late-night cravings, too.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing, right? In TCM, these points, they often have multiple functions. So stimulating ST45 can help with that burning sensation, but it's also used for insomnia, stomach pain, and, yep, even those late-night cravings when you just got to have that snack.
Okay, so one point, multiple benefits. This is fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
Now, what about some of the other acupressure points for heartburn? Specifically, BL18, the one on the back, which you mentioned, is linked to the liver meridian.
Great question. BL18 is super interesting because it gets at the whole mind-body connection that TCM emphasizes. It's on your back, and by stimulating it, you're working with the liver meridian.
Right, and we were talking about how TCM links things like emotional well-being to the liver. So is the idea here that by calming the liver qi, we're indirectly helping to soothe the digestive system as well?
Exactly. Think about it. Stress, all those emotions, they impact our digestion big time. By addressing the liver meridian through acupressure, we're not just influencing our mood, but also potentially our gut health.
So it really is about this holistic approach. But it's not just about pressing on these points, right? It sounds like lifestyle plays a huge role in this whole TCM approach to heartburn.
Absolutely. Think of acupressure as one tool in your toolkit for feeling better. For long-term relief, you got to look at the bigger picture. That means eating mindfully, managing stress, basically taking care of your whole self.
Options are always good. So as we wrap up our acupressure and heartburn deep dive, what's the one big takeaway you want our listener to walk away with?
For me, the most important thing is that we all have the power to take control of our health. This deep dive, hopefully it's given you some techniques to try, but also a new way of thinking about how your body works.
Absolutely. And hey, maybe this could even be a good conversation starter with your doctor. See if incorporating acupressure into your overall wellness plan makes sense for you.
Exactly.
It really is amazing to think that something as ancient and as simple as acupressure could potentially offer relief and a path towards feeling better.